Hey guys, I'm the 50s Kid. Milwaukee actually sent me out a set of their new Max Bite wrenches, so in this video we're going to take a closer look. Let's get started. So the first thing you're going to notice about this set of wrenches is that it comes in a really nice case. You know, most wrenches, the cases are just way too big, or they've got this big handle on the top and it doesn't really fit inside your tool box really well, and this is not the case with this set. This is nice. This is what I'm going to keep these in. This is really nice. And if you buy the SAE set, it's actually got the reverse of this, where you know, this shape is just over here and then the wrenches lay that way. So they're made to kind of go in a toolbox drawer together, and these would actually fit in even, I think, the smallest toolbox drawer. It measures about 15 inches across this way, and I think both of these together will fit in a 24-inch wide drawer. So that's really nice. The second thing you're going to notice about these wrenches is that they go from 8mm all the way up to 22mm, and there are no skips anywhere. And that's what you want when you're buying a set of wrenches. Now, I do want to mention that these are not long pattern wrenches. These are just standard size wrenches. So that's one thing to consider. Now, I really like the look of these wrenches. The chrome on them is really, really nice, and I think that's probably what most people are looking at, or whether they want to admit it or not, that's what most people are looking at when they're going to buy their set of wrenches. They've got the numbers stamped really big on both ends, which I really like. You know, that's nice to be able to see which size it is. And they feature this like I-beam construction sort of kind of thing here, which is really different for a wrench. You know, I've actually never seen a wrench like that before. And it's actually kind of cool. They feel, I'm going to say it, they feel good in the hand. They're kind of heavy. Yeah, you know, I like it. I mean, what's more to say? It's a wrench. It's going to work. It's going to do its job, right? Now, they do feature the Max Bite tooth profile, which is here on this open end. You can see it has these sort of knurls machined into it. That's designed to sort of grab onto the fastener. And it definitely does work. It does grab onto the fastener, but I gotta admit, I have not been able to do a real world test. And I mean, not something where I've set up some kind of demonstration on my workbench and I've, you know, went out and purchased some brand new bolt and I've kind of, you know, tested it with this. And that's just not what you're gonna find in the real world. In the real world, you're gonna have a situation where you're using a normal wrench, where you're having to not use the box end and you have to use the open end because you can't get the box end in there for some reason, and you're using the open end and you start to actually, you know, round off the fastener. That's the situation where you're going to want one of these, so you can just switch. You know, it's better to just use one of these to begin with. That way you don't have that kind of thing happening, but you just want this to sort of dig into the fastener and you know, crack it loose before you actually round it over. Only once have I ever actually had that situation happen where I was using the open end on my old gear wrenches, and you know, I started to feel them actually rounding off the bolt. And what happened was they just rounded off the bolt completely. It was just impossible to get off with any kind of wrench or even socket later on, and I had to kind of resort to other means to get that bolt out. You know, I'm not going to be able to set up a real world situation like that to test these out. I'm going to have to wait for that situation to come up. But, you know, I'll do a video when that situation does arise. But for now, I'm going to say that I'm happy that I do have the Max Bite wrenches. And for that situation where I notice that a fastener is starting to get rounded off, I'm going to pull one of these out and try this on it before all is lost. But I will say that I'm not gonna, you know, if there's a situation where I have to use the open end, I'm not gonna jump right to the Max Bite wrenches, because these teeth are going to cause marks in the fastener. If I really dig in and really am not able to crack it and I have to really put a lot of force on it, these teeth are actually gonna mark up the fastener. And that's kind of something you don't want to happen, because then you'd be into replacing the fastener at that point. So the Max Bite is more something that you want to have in addition to your normal wrenches. You know, in that situation where your normal wrench is starting to fail you, you want to pull out the Max Bite and be able to kind of save the day. So that's another thing to consider. Other than that, what more can I say? They are wrenches, they're pretty, they do their job, and if you're interested in them, there will be links in the description. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more. I'm the 50s Kid. Thanks a lot for watching.